Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to be watching episode 25 of the third season of My Hero Academy today. So this will be the last episode of this season, and I'm really curious to see how they're going to end this and like make the transition for the fourth season. So yeah, really curious to see this situation between this class and the big three of the UA. So it's going to be interesting to see their quirks and what they can do. Apparently they are going to be fighting each other, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. And yeah, I believe I met them like a while ago, probably like in the previous season or so. But I don't think I ever saw much of them, so I don't even know if they showed their quirks. I don't believe so. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see them. And we also know that they're like this class is going to take part on this other like thing, like called the work studies. So it's basically like the internship they did in the second season. But it's much more real. So they are going to do the real thing. It's not going to be just about like learning things with these pro heroes. They're actually going to do the real thing. So they're going to act like a pro hero. So yeah, it's going to be probably something that will happen in the next season. I don't know if it will be mostly about that at the start. But yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see more of these guys and how they become pro heroes in the end. Hopefully, they all get that title. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Really curious to see this final episode of the season. So I hope you guys are ready, and let's start the episode. Yeah, the big three. Yep, the best there is in that school. Yep, man, it's probably going to take so many like write so much information about them, just like he usually does. Actually, I have no idea who's going to. I believe they're going to fight since they showed a bit of it in the preview, but I don't know who's going to fight who. Yeah, it's nice. It's going to be nice to see what they can do, like why they're so strong. But yeah, overall this season was really amazing and really intense as well. Especially the start with all of these villains act. And I still want to learn the whereabouts of Kami. I really hope I see her. Because I believe the one we saw was Toga all the time. So it wasn't the real one. Hopefully she's okay, I mean. We know that Toga needs to get a blood sample of the person she transforms into. So that means they had to do it to Kami. But hopefully she's okay. But yeah, these guys improved so much since I first started watching this. It was really amazing to see the evolution of all of them. Damn. Of course. Of course, we know who it is. This minute will never change, like for real. Yeah, it was that guy. So yeah, we know a bit of his quirk. Can like go through solid things. Um huh. So something must have happened. Magicy. Um Um, what the? Oh my god. So he has trouble interacting with people, I guess. Oh my god. She's so excited. Um, these questions though, making me think about it as well. Um, she's really excited about all of this. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, like you care, like you mind at all. Man, this guy. Oh. Um. Okay, these guys are really something. They're just like fooling around. Well, yep. Yep. I mean, they went through a lot. Um. Really? Yeah, that's true. But I guess all of them. Is it that strong? Maybe it's like really tricky. Damn, that's so adorable. It's gonna be mental practice as well. I'm pretty sure this guy has a really special quirk. We saw a bit of what he can do, but what else? Yep. Hmm. We'll see. I guess all of them. He must have a trick. Um. Really? What the? Yeah, exactly. We saw that before, but how can this guy even be hit? But he needs to materialize to hit someone. Damn. And I wonder if he always fights naked. Damn. This guy is nuts. Number one. So, like, the next All Might. That's crazy. But yeah, that quirk. Really hope they explain it better. Like, how exactly does it work? Just like he can, like, dematerialize himself. Like, not exactly, but he can't be hit. But he needs to materialize to hit someone. Yeah. Bit confused as well. Hmm. Yep. So he needs to stop using. Yep. They need to counter that skill. But we'll see. Oh my god. Oh. Um. He can materialize only one part of his body. That's sick. And I guess he needs to be naked to do it. Maybe his clothes prevent him from being able to do that. That's crazy. My god, this guy. Yeah, they all got punched in the same place. It was really overpowered. And really weird as well, like being naked. Oh, I really want to know it. Permeation? Yep. Oh, that's sick. Hmm. Oh. Yeah. Yep. It's a lot of practice. You have to practice a lot. Yep. Exactly. Damn, that's really nice. Yeah, that was really good. Yep, it will be really different. I really love how they do all of this, adding these new things to make them improve even more. Yep, it was really cool to see his work though, and it's really fun as well. I mean, all three of them. So wonder about the other two and what they can do. Yep. I mean, his quirk is really special, but he had to practice a lot to make it work like this. It's not like he was like this from the start. Yeah. Sir? But yeah, it makes sense. Like, the clothes can't go through, like, solid things, so that's why he had to be naked all the time. He can only do that to himself, not his clothes. Oh my god, poor Bakugo. Oh. Hmm. Oh, yep. So nothing is certain so far. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. Really, just like that? Yep. Yeah, that's true. Hmm. Who's this one? New characters. Oh, that guy from the last episode. That's where Tomura and the others are. They're basically recruiting this guy. Hmm. Yeah, they were getting stronger as well. Yep. Damn. To be continued in the fourth season. So yeah, we already know that the fourth season is going to be like these following moments, and we are probably going to be watching these work studies. Hopefully, it's like a good experience for all of them. But yeah, I'm wondering who they're going to be working with. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work exactly. We know that they're going to be acting like pro heroes. They're going to feel the real thing. So yeah, it's going to be a really nice experience for them, just like it was for this victory. I mean, they improved a lot because of it. It was really nice to meet this other guy who was able to like make his body like it's hard to explain. It's like he can basically go through like anything he wants, but he needs to be naked to do so because the clothes don't pass through them through these like solid things. But yeah, he still had to work on that quirk a lot to make it like possible. It was probably really hard to master that quirk. But yeah, it's really once he did it, it became really strong, and we could see just like Shuri also caught them by surprise. I mean, they weren't expecting that, but still, it's really hard to counter him if he's like that used to using his quirk. Yeah, that was really cool. Yep. Well, I mean, at this point, it's already done, and I believe there's already like 16 episodes by now. So yeah, it's I'm going to start watching it straight away next week. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this new one. Uh, I'm finally about to get like up to date to everything, at least anime wise. So yeah, it's going to be nice to see more of them and how they all improve with these work studies, and also to see what these villains are up to and what's going to be their next move as well. We see that All Might and All for One are not exactly present anymore as the top villain and top hero, so it's going to be mostly between Deku and Tomura from now on. So it's going to be interesting to see when they meet again. We saw that happening. I believe it was at the end of the second season, and he was basically just warning Deku and like basically not exactly like threatening him, but they were basically talking. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when they meet again what they're going to do about each other, and especially since we know a bit more about Omura and how he was All Might's master grandchild. So yeah, that was a really big revelation. I also wonder how that's going to end and what All Might is going to do about that as well. So yeah, anyway, it was a really fun episode. We got to meet this big three and see a bit of what this guy could do. Unfortunately, we didn't see the other two doing much. I don't know a lot of what they can do, but I'm sure we will like be able to see that in the future, maybe in the next season. Who knows? We also got to see these new two characters. Um, like the other guy was talking about how Sir would be pleased to meet Deku, and I'm guessing it's this guy we met at the end who was investigating these villains. And the other girl, I'm not sure who she is. Like they're basically two new characters. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see more of them. Hopefully in the next season. And also, we see that these villains are recruiting more and more and getting more dangerous people on their side. And I wonder what this overhaul is going to like be doing. What's going to be his influence? They're focusing a bit on him, so I'm expecting him to be important in this story, not just like a random villain. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see all of this. But this season was really good. I mean, since the start to the end, it was really just really good. We saw this moment with like the villains messing with these kids when they were in that training camp, and it was some really tense moments. We even saw Bakugo being kidnapped, and yeah, it was really painful to watch that, mostly because a lot of people got injured out of it, especially Deku. I mean, he he used a lot of his power. He injured his body a lot. He like damaged his arms like a lot as well. So he needs to be really careful about this. And I mean, he already learned that, so he's going to be more careful about the way he uses his powers. We also saw how he's now more committed into having his own fighting style and not relying on what All Might does. So he basically is basically going to be using his legs more than his arms, just like in a way to have a different fighting style and not like injure his arms too much since they're really damaged. So yeah, it's really nice to see all of this and how all of these guys evolved through this season. It's really amazing to see, especially like I mean, it was most of them, but I feel like Momo, since she's like my favorite, I was paying a lot of attention on her, and she evolved so much during this. I mean, we saw her in the second season during the festival, how she was like really slow about thinking and always not really sure about how to do something, and she got defeated by Tokoyami at that point. So it was I was really sad at that moment, but I mean, I knew that she just needed to like learn and improve, and with time she would like become much better. And yeah, we can see her evolution right now. I mean, we saw during this provisional license exam, they were basically dealing with all of these situations about like defeating the other guys at start to get like narrowed to 100 people only, and then they had to go along with these rescuing missions. So it was really nice to see how she was so fast about deciding like the right thing to do. Like that moment when the guy was trapped under the debris, and she instantly decided that it would be dangerous to move anything at that point, so they had to create this structure to hold the debris while they removed him. So yeah, it's just like this type of situation that I really enjoy. and I'm just really happy that she improved so much, and she's like way better now at and way faster at deciding the right things. So yeah, hopefully we get to see a lot of like good things and like a lot of new things out of these guys as well. I mean, they've been improving a lot. So hopefully in the next season we'll be seeing more of them and like showing maybe them showing us more new things that they are going to learn eventually. And yeah, we'll see how big they become and how many of them can become pro heroes. Hopefully all of them will do it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be really fun to watch the next season. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this one, and if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next season, so take care guys.